The next step that we need to learn is how to add text to our storyboard. You can see on the left-hand side that we have StoryboardThat, and I have some options for my storyboards, my settings, create a storyboard. And if I scroll down, you can see the 6 boxes that are there with description boxes below. And we have edit. So we're now going to go to edit. You can see this is where I left off, placing Mr. L of text in there. So I'm going to click edit in the blue bubble box in the bottom left. And while that is getting ready, you can see over on the right-hand side of the screen, I have our model story. And this model story was written by another student. It's already placed into the Storyboard Draft file with 6 boxes. And each one of these 6 boxes that I'm pointing at will match these 6 boxes, the 6 big boxes with the little description boxes below. The reason why we have the number of characters required that we do is because only approximately this number of characters can fit into StoryboardThat description boxes. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to click into this file and I'm going to highlight all of the characters that are in the box. And we remember the character is a letter, a number, a space, and punctuation, and any special characters too. And then I'm going to go Control-C or copy in my menu. And then I'm going to click over here into the first description box. And I'm going to highlight that text. And then I'm going to paste by holding down Control and touching V. Paste. Now you can see that it didn't go in the font and the point size that we need. So once again, we're going to highlight it once it's there. And we're going to do several things to the text. Number one, we're going to change the point size, the size of the text, or the size of the font to custom. And we're going to go to 10.5. You can see the white box that appears up here at the top of the screen. And it puts 10.5 in. If it doesn't, then type 10.5 and say OK. Okay, then we're going to take the bolding off. So right here you can see the bold, and we're going to click that so that it's not highlighted so that we don't have bold text. Then we're going to left justify the text so that it's not all centered, so that it flows like a paragraph. And we'll select left justify. And then we need to choose the same font that we wrote it in originally. And you can see up here over on the far right hand side in our Storyboard Draft document, TINOS is the font name. And so we're going to select the exact same font name because it is available in both programs. Sometimes fonts are not. And because it's a small font, which means that it does not have very wide characters. And so more words or more characters can fit in the same amount of space, just depending on the characters that you use. So there we go. We can click out of it. And now we have our first box filled in. Now we also have to have our underlined words. So I'm going to go to the word police. And I'm going to highlight, just highlight police. And I'm going to go over here to underline and click on underline. CSI unit was one of the words. So we're going to highlight CSI unit and click underline. Detective, underline. Medical examiner, underline. Crime scene, underline. And finally, crime scene tape and underline. Now we can repeat this process for each one of the boxes. Once all of them are completed, then we'll be able to save. But I'm going to stop now because I want to practice with you doing a save again, because StoryboardThat does not save automatically. It does not save every keystroke like Google accounts do. So let's hit save, and that will save our work, and we're going to do save and continue, and it will take us right back to this storyboard so that we can continue putting in the next bit of text. Now we always get the words down first. We've crafted these words carefully. We've shrunk them down so that it's not too elaborate. It can be concise enough to fit in the space, and still be descriptive enough. And then we will add the pictures. Now, why are we doing it in this order? I'm going to paste these in and do this as we talk here, because it's important for the pictures to match the text. So once the text is in, then you can make the picture based on what text actually fits with that box. Sometimes we need to change around the text to squeeze it all in, and so that could change where the pictures are going to be. So usually in sequence, we put the text in first, and then we put the pictures in around it. You should already have a decent idea from your CSI case notes about what text that you want to put in, what vocabulary words and what evidence, and hopefully you even have some sketches that you started making a long time ago to help you figure out what your actual crime scene would be like. So I'm going to just keep working through here, unbolding, left justifying, fixing the font. And you can see we have about 3 of them done now. I need to add in a few underlined words or vocabulary words. This word evidence, we will underline. Crime lab was another word that this student chose. And then in the next set of boxes, the National Crime Information Center. Try that again. And underline. Those are the first 3 boxes we will save, and that should give you a good idea of the steps that you need to take and truly how fast this can be to get the text all placed into our storyboard. Let's save it, and then you can continue on with your next steps.